All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the DOCC number 9. I'm Evan Linden. I'm a creator with a vision. You can find me at evanlinden33 here on YouTube. And exciting times, I must say. Getting some rest and being able to process everything I've been going through this past week. Um, I'm actually finally just a little feel pleased, feel good. And I'm so glad. I don't know how you found me, but you found me. And jump on the journey because it's going to be a wild ride. We're going for monetization. It's been, I think this is day 38 or 39. I've started 2 other channels that are live in public. This one's the 3rd, and I have 2 other channels in the works, and not a one is at monetization yet, but we're making progress in all sorts of different directions, and it's exciting. I'm glad to have you. Where you from? What part of the world have you found me? Have you I don't know how you found me, but you found me. It keeps running in my head. I'm not sure what movie that's from. I don't know. Something else in the back of my brain is saying, "Get your ass to Mars." But they found me. I don't know how you found me. You found me. Where in the world are you from? Why don't you post a comment? I'm happy to get back. I've traveled the world before, but never, there's so many places I haven't been. So my opportunity to see the world at this point will be through the people I meet through my channel. Um, Once again, this is the diary of a content creator. This is episode number 9. It's actually episode number 10, but for those of you who have seen some of my content that's already in a playlist entitled the DOCC by me, that's currently public. The playlist is public. The individual videos I'll be releasing one by one, and that was kind of mapped out by ChatGPT because I get so excited. I want to create content and post. And apparently that could be hurting my ability for the algorithm, especially as a new young channel, to help me. So I'm trying to rein in my eagerness to post videos and put on the brakes and actually schedule like a true programmer. And then if you're going to do that, you might as well think, what are the optimal times of the day? What audience am I trying to reach? All those things really start to factor in because you want your hard work and effort on all the great content that you create to have its best opportunity to be seen, to be pushed by the algorithm. Yes, I do think a lot has to do with like the quality of the content, but that doesn't mean things don't get overlooked, and you shouldn't get discouraged by that. And I'm here to speak from experience. That's what the DOCC is all about. It's about coming here in the highs and lows of pushing towards monetization. I'm in day 38. My 2 other channels, they're both kind of like, I feel like they're both breathing a little bit for air. They've been swimming out on the ocean. The waves were thick and windy for a time, and we finally have some seems like cooler, calmer, maybe not cooler, but just calmer weather to just breathe. And I say that because the one of my channels called Bagels Cinematic Beats. Both my channels started at the Big Donut, the 00, by the way. And a little bit about me, if you're just meeting me today, I'm a 50-year-old man. I have no tech background whatsoever. I enjoyed being outside and working and kind of physical labor and testing the limits of my physical self. And then at 50 years old, I kind of came to the realization I can't do that the rest of my life. And I can't be dependent on waking up and feeling good and strong. The older I get, the harder that was getting. And earlier this summer, just by chance, I started making some songs for fun. and I realized writing the lyrics of the songs was actually quite enjoyable, and I started making a song a day. And about 30 October 18th or 19th or 20th or 21st was the time I started two channels at the same time, and the impetus be a lot of the impetus behind both channels is the music I create, but that all stumbled into all starting the YouTube channels because of the song and because of the video that I was linking to my other channel, that my two cats. That's one of them right here, Ichi. Go is on the bed right here. Each I said his name, so he wants some lap time. So those two channels got started around October 19th, 20th, 21. And here I am. I think about 2 weekends ago, I started this channel on YouTube. And last weekend, I started creating the content. So once I had the idea that I wanted to create this channel, I'm in the mindset that if I don't do it, no one else is going to do it. And I'm tired of being someone who I'm not here to let myself down anymore. So what that's meant for me is long, hard hours. I've been working 18, 20-hour days because I had to learn all the tech end of it too. I had to relearn how to actually use my computer, not just as a place to watch Netflix, but now as a tool to help me run efficiently and smoothly. So that was one step. And then taking a challenge upon myself, not having any funds or means to go do like a learn AI over a weekend seminar, learning all the tools. I didn't know a thing about AI tools at all. I mean, maybe asking Siri what's the score of the game or stuff like that. I'm aware of tools, but if you would have said Canvas this or Gemini that, I really wouldn't have known what you were talking about. And now I do feel slightly more capable in all the AI department. Also because I work with ChatGPT every day to, it's like my working buddy, and I tell all the things and when I'm feeling bad about I just went live and no views or things like that, cheer me up a little bit. Also working by myself, there really isn't always somebody to run ideas through at 3, 4 in the morning. And then the other thing is about ChatGPT is if you're using any type of video generation, the Chat GPT is good at speaking to the other AI. So I'm not AI yet. I'm the real deal, Holyfield, and I'm so glad you found me. I don't know how you found me, but you found me. Give a comment down below. Tell me where you're from. Tell me how long have you been a creator. This is my day 39, day 40. I just looked at the actual number because I get so focused on creating the content and trying to improve myself each piece of content. So I have two channels. Something in one channel I might learn, and then I can apply it directly to the content I create to the next. So little bit like a pinball every day here. I made it outside today. I did go and get some milk real quick, half and half actually. That's the only way I spoil myself. I put the half and half in the coffee. Got out of the house, came right back, directly to addressing some of the things that I've been neglecting. And for me, believe it or not, the music is every song that I make, and I did make a new song today, actually a couple versions. So after I'm done with you, I'll be on SoundCloud doing all the title, description, and thumbnail work for that. But I consider that like try to be able to like do it when I'm totally tired, because that's when I have been doing it, when all the YouTube channel work is done. And that's like daily channel, the maintenance of the channels and the videos and trying to make sure everything end screens and I probably won't get into that as much, but the importance of the end screen is probably the most direct way when someone watches your video. If you want them to keep watching your channel, if you don't provide the end screen, YouTube will take them off in another direction. So that's probably door number one to try to get more time. And that's something I don't have. I don't have viewership time. I have views in the form of shorts on my other channels. And once I learned that that wasn't really the way to go to get the viewership hours, that's when it started to dawn on me that I needed this channel to talk to you about the highs and the lows and what I'm learning through the other channels. Celebration in the smallest. The Bagels Cinematic Beats channel has passed 1,500 subscribers. It's gained approximately 1,400 subscribers in 9 or 10 days. So something's clicking there, and I'm driving to keep that momentum strong, and I'm also trying to pull back my reins, trying not to get ahead of myself and just post. So what I gained from, and I didn't even know who Mr. Beast was until about a month ago. But what one thing I saw him say was, try not to look back, try to go forward and make the next piece of content better than the last. So with that mindset, that's where I'm driving, and I get excited when I make one piece of good content. I want to put it out there, but bring back the reins and now try to be smart and scheduled about when I post, because I am really trying to build something, and despite my own enthusiasm and eagerness to get everything out there, it is best maybe the one post a day, but even that, like, now that I'm building momentum, I don't want to lose it, but at the same time I don't want to overstimulate, like, so what that has actually allowed me to do is, like, maybe today is like the first day I have something already scheduled for that channel tomorrow. And that gives me a little breathing room as far as freedom of creativity. I did start a song today from scratch and was able to put it to video, about 2 minutes and 54 seconds of content for that specific channel. When I upload, I could have made it as a short, but I'm falling on using the 16:9 aspect ratio at all times. So people that watch shorts, they don't get the full scope of what's meant. But as far as content, I feel it looks better if someone's watching on their TV or on their computer, they have a wide screenshot rather than blacked out on the sides. So I'm starting to fall toward, unless I know something is very specifically going to be a short or a banger short that I'm really trying to, put it out there and get some attention to my channel. That's what I'm kind of realizing. A short is just a quick little advertisement, call it your commercial even. You want to use those shorts to get them into your videos. You want to use your videos to get people to your playlists. You want your playlist organized. And I'm speaking to myself too. I probably have a lot more to learn about doing all these things, but I can tell you, if you can start grouping, getting your playlist built and organized, so when you create new content of a certain variety, you know immediately, oh, I have a kitty podcast that goes directly into my podcast playlist. I have short real life footage of my cats goes into a different playlist, paw footage. So that helps me organize, and it's going to help someone who comes to your channel find the content that they might be looking for, especially if you're in a niche but you have a wide variety. And I like to think, for the cat content I do, and for the Bagels Cinematic Beats channel, I'm kind of honing in on that sci-fi, fiction, fantasy, house song, hip hop, rap kind of beats, a little bit of the side trance, late Friday, Saturday night, trying to go live with light shows. So I'm trying to create and think, how will people want to watch for the longer viewership hours. I'm trying to build something for the future, and so now that I'm learning that the short content, um, when you have a lot of subscribers, maybe you can get those 15 million views in 90 days. But for me, it started looking like not a possibility. So I started rethinking how I want to provide that content. So I'm taking my shorts and I'm grouping them into like top 10 videos, this and that. And I'm starting to get some traction that way. So I'm really encouraged to share that with you guys, because I didn't start making the top 10, putting 10 shorts together to make a 27 or 30-minute long, and seeing that people are clicking on that, and my viewership hours is starting to trend up very slightly, enough so I can maybe start projecting a time frame of when monetization might occur if I was just looking at viewership hours. So to tackle the viewership hour issue for that channel, and it gaining approximately 75 to 100 subscribers a day now in this past week. Now, I don't know how, if or how that's going to keep up, but if it does, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. And then I think once people get into the videos and starting watching those a little bit more, because they're a subscriber, they like what I'm providing, so they're going to want more and they're going to go into those libraries. I think that's going to pick up. And I was a little concerned yesterday. If you watch, you know, go to a playlist, I'm sure the cards are going to be going by playlist and videos for the DOCs. Check, and I apologize if I don't, but any links that I do get into the comments, that's kind of like a miracle of me learning the technology and pasting links and things like that. With all the channels I'm running, I'm really just hoping to catch you in the raw. You're catching me in the raw. This is right after another day, another long day of working, but loving every moment of it. And I hope you are too. So, like I was saying yesterday, I was feeling down. I went live with one channel, and you can see it says nobody's watching. And then when I shut off the video, it seemed like 100% zero. And I thought I'd learned from the previous week. I got my thumbnail ready in advance. I did a description of what was going to be in the live content in advance. So I thought I was making necessary preps to have a more successful live showing, but instead of that, we'll call it a learning opportunity. And then that's what a good night's rest is for. It turns emotions into lessons. And if you can come to me to get a few lessons before you go through some of these emotions, I think that's valuable. So thank you. And if you made it this far in the video, give a like. Put a comment if you wouldn't mind. I'd really appreciate it. If you did find this channel in particular, you're one of the first, but you won't be the last. I promise you that. I'm not quitting on this, and I actually find it to be the most important of the 3 channels that I have now live already. When you catch this video, I believe I have it set to be programmed for release on December 16th. Possibly the 17th, but maybe the 15th. And the reason why I can say that is because I have 8 other videos that are set to release on a staggered release. So as a new channel, I'm hoping that each video gets an opportunity for the algorithm to kind of focus on individually. And at the same time that's happening, all the videos are in a playlist that's public. So you could possibly see the DOCC #1 and get into the playlist and be able to already be watching this video. So props to you if you've done that. That's amazing. I had to do some research to figure out, because I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I've been making videos. I'm ready to go. I did all the captioning. I did all the end cards. I did all the subtitle. I did the everything I felt like I was capable, the languages. everything I'm capable of doing. I have this content. It's fresh to me. It's fresh. It could be fresh and good for somebody else who's at the same time, starting from scratch like I have, 0 and 0. And ChatGPT was the one who helped me know that if I list my playlist publicly and I have my videos that I'm waiting to release on a every other day type schedule, I put those as unlisted. So unlisted in a public playlist should apparently be visible to anyone who goes into the playlist. So I hope that works out, because I think the DOCC 1 comes out at 10 a.m. So it's 2:35 a.m. here in Northern California in the Bay Area. And so it comes out at 10 a.m. Sunday morning. That's where we're starting. And I did get help from ChatGPT to try to, when is a good time to post something like that. And I'm not too worried about visibility yet on this channel, because if you find me, you're going to find me, and I hope you value what, you're getting the raw. Someone who started 2 channels, this being the 3rd, has 2 other channels in the mix. I've created the channel already, so all I have to do is put the content in and build, and I think that was a big step. But right now I'm focusing on A, B, and C. So D and E, just calm down. They're over there in my mind, but they'll be in here soon. Gonna get it done. So, and that's the thing. That's been my motto. Who's gonna do it? I got to get it done. It's just me working here. I don't have a team. And now I realize the importance of a team. I've had to learn the editing myself. I've had to learn how to put in a title. I've had to how to do what is transitions, titles, putting in the, fumbling with my fingers and figuring it out, and learning how to get smoother and operate on a 2017 MacBook, which apparently is obsolete. How would I know? This is the first time I'm really starting to use its capabilities, but now I do see it's getting full, and if it gets full, it doesn't operate the way it could. So that's one of the first things. If and when I when I get to monetization, I do want to start upgrading my equipment. Essentially, it's investing in yourself and investing in your business. You're using YouTube as an opportunity to grow your business, and I'm learning how to do it just like you. I don't know yet. I really don't. I have the capabilities of doing some sales with affiliate Amazon. So anything they can sell, I can get an affiliate link for. But I'm not really pimping their ride yet. Maybe when I get like a lot more subscribers on any channel, then it would make sense to say, hey, this is the cat tower my cats like, or these are the lights I use for the live show that I provided. Maybe then it would make a lot more sense for me to make sure that affiliate stuff and post about affiliate stuff. And ultimately, it's only 3%. So if you're a content creator and you're selling your microphones and your software, I'm not there yet. I'm still learning all that. Maybe when I get built bigger, someone's going to want to, is it collaborate? The back end of the YouTube, that's where I feel like I fell short, because when I started the other channels, all I was looking at was the videos and the playlists. And those are important for your library, but I think this channel will be more important. The courses and things like that I want to be able to teach people, because I've done it. Right now, I'm doing it. I haven't done it yet. I'm going through it and I'm learning. So that's why, that's why it's the Diary of a Content Creator. Learn and grow with me. Come join this family. We're going to do the highs and the lows, the ups and downs of what it is to reach towards monetization. And then once I get to monetization, I'll know I've done something. This isn't just the pursuit of that. And I will not give up. This is what I want to do. I do enjoy doing it on a daily basis. I look forward to the opportunity when I'm talking to you because, well, for one, it means I've taken the other two channels as far as they could possibly go. I've hopefully taken like a 20-minute break. I did. I got a shower, brushed the teeth, even shaved. So feeling pretty good. I looked at the clock today and I had a 12-minute nap from 12:58 or 12:48 to 1 a.m. And here we are at 2:40 a.m. and I'm feeling good and a little bit more refreshed than normal, and I hope that shows in my optimism and positivity for not just my future but for yours, because if I'm finding that inner strength as a 50-year-old man, you can too. Not necessarily being the 50-year-old man, but if I can do it, you can do it. If I can figure something out technically, having no clue, you can too. It can be done. And if you can't figure it out, ask upon me. So let's do a little recap of today's day. I've had a pressing issue. I have the music I've been creating, like I was telling you about, and I've gone beyond SoundCloud now, and I have three songs that are actually available on iTunes. So SoundCloud, every time someone clicks on one of my songs, I think I get 0.0025 cents per click. So fractions of a penny. The Apple is the potential that someone could actually buy a track for 99 cents. So I think there's way more value in that, but I've been neglecting my Apple artist page. And not necessarily neglecting it. Apple had to review certain things, and you can only put in one song, and they have to do a review. And then lo and behold, I put in the wrong name for my Apple artist page. It's supposed to be Bagels Beats, Bagel with an apostrophe S. And when I went to claim my art, anyway, confusion there. So then I did make sure I claimed my first song. Originally called it No Soup for You, but I changed it to Is It All Good? And then because I thought I was getting denied my distribution ability because of the title, that wasn't the case. It had to do with explicit, clean versus non-explicit. And my song's non-explicit, and I didn't know to leave one category blank. I was putting clean, and I should have had blank and non-explicit, and I think that's the reasoning. And it could have been some of the artwork too that said No Soup for You house mix, and on Apple you can't do that. But that's not the point of today. Today is the point that, so I actually did get into my artist account, and I had one song linked to the account Bagels Beats with an apostrophe S, the one it's supposed to be, or in my mind it's supposed to be. And then I have two other songs that I put in for distribution that on this Friday they're live too. So great for that. At Worlds Collide, and the other same version of Is It All Good, I just changed the title to No Soup for You, and that went through. So now I know what I was doing wrong and what I'm doing right. The problem was they were on a different artist page. They were on an artist page, Bagels Beats, no apostrophe S. So not the page that I want to build and make the nice banner for, and the all about me and the artist, and really grow that as a place that if you do like my music, then you come to my artist page, and that's where I'll have all my other songs and albums too. I have 25 songs that I really believe in, and then maybe 25 others that I'm kind of keeping private to me because I never thought I'd be making music and promoting or even marketing any music. And I know I haven't done any music promotion yet. And I should probably be focusing on the music promotion at 99 cents a track because YouTube hasn't given me anything yet, right? I'm fighting so hard on the YouTube side. Maybe I should be focusing on the music side, but I'm not giving up in either direction. I'm learning as I go. And if I would have, known better, I would have gotten my music ready sooner because it's the holiday season. So this is probably a good time for that. But hey, I'm not pressed about that. But now that I see the opportunity, I am thinking I should be finding energy every day to make sure I'm on top of that. I can't tell you the endless hours when I had 30 songs that I hadn't done any titles or descriptions for, and they were all sitting there, and I had started 2 channels on YouTube. And to then do that on the musical side, on the SoundCloud side, it was layers of work. And now I feel like I really am getting to a point where I have a routine. I make sure I do that. I do the work, and I'm literally like 18 hours of I could breathe. I have content created for my cat channel and Bagels Cinematic Beats. So it's Sunday. The Niners are on in, I can't even, less than 10, 7 hours from now. That's how fried my brain is, right? 10 take away 3? Come on. So they're going to be on soon, so I'm hoping to go to bed maybe a little bit sooner than normal and wake up a little, wake up. I don't want to take away the opportunity for good sleep, but the Niners are on, and that will be my one joy of the day, to have the Niners on as the background music while I'm working on YouTube stuff and music stuff. So sorry I jumped around there. What I was talking about was the music side. So that was the first thing I did today. I actually got into my artist page, and then I put in one thing about me, and then I went to the next screen, and I was all excited to build my artist page, and the next screen, it wouldn't let me input the whatever it was, and I think I put in my artist symbol, and now that's under review. Maybe that froze everything. I don't know. So I just figured a little bit by little bit on the music side of things, and then right into the YouTube stuff, which was, for me, I created a podcast for my cats that's going to air tomorrow or later tonight. And then from my Bagels Cinematic Beats channel, I made a new song and put it to video, and I'm really happy with the work I did. I never felt rushed. I had my Pika generator that helps me generate video. I had the issue 4 or 5 days ago where they totally like halved the amount of scene generations, and I was because I have 2 channels, I was dependent on some for cat video and some for my more science fiction fantasy side on Bagel Cinematic Beats. Well, they cut my generations in half because their system was being overloaded, and they had to rework their system right at a time when I really felt like I needed that type of extra support. So I now realize, hey, I can't be dependent upon being able to generate a podcast video of my cats. I need to start thinking other ways to create content, whether that's going live, just start thinking other ways. So good thing, bad thing. Not a setback, a setup, right? So moving past the music and then doing my cat content, but not feeling so pressured today to pump out content, because I'm trying to bring myself back, right? Not put out so much content. Maybe one a day, let the algorithm give each individual piece of content a little more attention. So I didn't like pump out, oh, here's my live shot of my cats, and put that to video and pump it out. I just decided I was going to go with one podcast. I was going to air it at 4:20 in the afternoon, and that would be that. And instead of getting like 14 views, it got what I'm more used to for that channel. Anything I would put out would get it between 250, 300 up to about 1,500 views is kind of the most that particular channel seems to get. Bagel Cinematic Beats, now I kind of anticipate that I put out any video is going to get 1,000, 5,000. I have a few around 10,000 now, and I have one that's 60,000 views. And this is a channel that literally 5 weeks ago was getting like 4 views, 12 views, and 1 subscriber maybe every other day. I was ecstatic when I got to 20. My Strawberry Brothers channel with the cats was at 120 when BCB, Bagels Cinematic Beats, was at 40. Now I'm looking at over 1,500 for Bagels Cinematic Beats, and the Strawberry Brothers is at 214 last I looked. And I do look at the analytics, and I'm trying not to look all the time, but that's also a good reference point. Where are people in the world watching from? Where are you watching from? I try to make subtitling in different languages available. I think I have about 8 languages now that every video I do, I get 8 languages worth of subtitling confirmed, published in the YouTube. If you don't know how to do that, why don't you give a message to me in the comments below, and I will get back to you and try to work you through or talk you through how to do that, because nobody showed me how to do it. I had to figure it out, trial and error, and toggling from different screens, and you can't do it here and this here, and I just learned about the auto feature, not the auto transfer feature. That I had figured out, but I was having difficulty on this type of video. I was holding my phone and listening to myself talk for an hour to try to transcribe that into the subtitling. What I didn't realize what I was doing, I was waiting for the content to upload into YouTube, and then I was immediately, it would say processed, and I'd go into it, and the auto captioning feature, that wasn't processed yet. So I didn't think it was available for me. So you just got to let it sit in the computer for a little bit, and then you go into the language and you click on your native language that you've chosen, possibly in your default settings. You know, you pick your native language, in my case, United States English, and then you go into there, and that auto caption feature that YouTube provides can really help save you some time. And if you're noticing that there's a lot of mistakes, I haven't done this yet because I've been lazy, but you can go ahead and just copy that, paste that into ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to check it for, you know, noticeable big errors, punctuation, grammar, things like that. I haven't even done this yet, but I'm planning to do that for this video possibly. So if you are watching in a different language, let me know if the captioning was solid, because let ChatGPT check that text, and then you can plug it back into the YouTube. So it did the work for transcribing your audio to text, and then ChatGPT check it for you, or whatever AI tool you have. I'm not aware of them yet. I kind of slowed down on my learning AI because I'm using AI. So I'm trying to get comfortable with what I'm using and let that be okay for me. So what tools do you use? Let me know. Comments below. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, we're in this together. I haven't accomplished anything yet, but I know now in life that this is what I want to pursue. And when I pursue something, I'm all in. So I have goals. The goal is monetization, and it's do what it takes at all costs. Like I talked in all my other videos, I think it's the ancient Mongols. They burned everything behind them because the only choice was to go forward and conquer. So my only choice now in life is to get to monetization. So I have to do what it takes. I am treating it as a triple full-time job. I do feel like I'm doing the work of 5 different people that other production channels or other channels probably have teams of people doing what I'm doing. That's how I feel, because I am doing the editing, I'm doing content creation, I'm trying to figure out all these different things. I'm doing it for several channels. So, wow, right? So, come aboard, learn from my mistakes. We're in this together. It's still not, I don't know how you found me, but you found me. And now that you found me, we're gonna do this. You're gonna see I'm gonna be unyielding. I may miss a day here or there for this diary, but now that I'm in the routine of the diary and I'm making it part of my daily, I do enjoy this moment. I'm probably not gonna go past more than an hour on any given diary. I'm already past. I'm already approaching. I'm at 40-minute mark today, so it is very easy for me to do a recap. And today, I would have to say, in the highs and lows and the roller coaster that I've been riding, this was slightly smoother. I'm still, short on time to eat, short on time to do maintenance things around the house. I'm focused on learning still all the different aspects. And what am I missing today? And now that I realize I'm creating this longer content, now I feel like, I need to learn the chaptering. So that's something now I put in my head. And so possibly that'll be the next layer that I look into trying to make my videos a little bit better. That Mr. Beast philosophy. We're not looking back. Although you can go back and change like thumbnails or redo your caption and description as you start realizing what makes more effective captions and descriptions. And you'll learn that by looking at the videos you've done and the ones that are, some are going to be more successful than others. So look at the videos that you're having success with and then possibly try to go that direction in future videos, making the future videos better than the last video, right? A little progression. So I am doing like OCD style, subtitles, end screen, and I even position the little icon. So I hope if you get to the end of this video, why don't you tell me, but you should get here and here with my head right in the middle. This one for subscribe, and this one should be the playlist for all the DOCCs. So maybe I'm squished a little bit more, but this should come up. And one problem that I was having in other videos for both my other channels was, one, not even having an end screen, maybe thinking I put an end screen and then not confirming that the end screen was saved by YouTube. So that's a problem I'm seeing coming up. And also with like the video still going and on a short form video to have an end screen icon come up and cover the video for 20 seconds was too long. That's the standard default that YouTube puts in. 20 seconds before your video ends, they'll post your end screens. Well, that's too much. It was taking away from my enjoyment of watching my content. Happened to be my own content, but I enjoy it, so why not watch it? But the end screen came on too soon, so I had to go every video, every short, every long, 2 channels worth. It's combined maybe 150 different forms of video, short and long, and make sure that that end screen didn't come on until about 5 or 6 seconds before the end of the video. I think that's important. I mean, you'll find your happy zone for that, but I think 5 or 6 seconds is enough time for a viewer to decide if they're going to click on what you're providing in your end screen. On top of that, I like to provide playlist. If you're interested enough to click, get into the playlist. Please get into my playlist, the DOCC playlist. That'll have 1 through 8 in it. This is number 9. That's very lucky for me. 3 cubed. 3 times 3. I was born on a 3, so 9. Good luck. Good lucky number. This could be the video, right? This could be the one. New channel. Started 2 channels from scratch, knew nothing about tech, learning enough to where I really feel like I'm putting in the time on each video. And one thing I like and try to pride myself is every video I do, even if it's a 40-second short, a 3-minute long, or now I'm trying to get into that longer form stuff, is have an intimate relationship with that video. What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Bagels Evan Linden, content creator with a vision? What vision are you talking? Well, what I mean is, if you're doing all that extra work, the layering of the end screen subtitle, languaging, all that, and what I'm saying, I haven't done the chapters yet. You're making a good thumbnail. I'm finding the habit of making the thumbnail first is actually turning into a good practice. And the reason being is, and I'm going to show you the thumbnail that I made for this one already. Oop, that's a podcast. Yeah, here we go. So, okay. So this is the thumbnail that I've made already for the DOCC 9. And I'm getting dialed in on how I want the thumbnail to generate now. So it's not like this long labor every time. But now I know when this content is done, and I'm uploading and I'm doing my title, caption, description, and the hashtag sets, and yes, I do all that. That's what I'm talking about. That type of intimate relationship with your video. So I'm intimate enough that I already have a thumbnail made, and I'm excited about creating the content, but that really is just the beginning of any video. So the content that you create, be excited about it. That's your passion. That's your love. That's your fun. I was thinking about that before I started this video. I'm like, okay, we're well rested. We're feeling good. We're not feeling like yesterday. We're feeling more like how I like to feel. So energized and enthused, and I want to share that energy and enthusiasm with you. So get that intimate relationship with your video. Like I said, I already got the DOC thumbnail, so I'm excited to attach the content with that. And let that be the face of how I'm letting the world into my world. So once I've made that conscious decision that we have no choice but to do that, to get towards our goals and monetization, I need to be creative in my other channels on getting longer form content. Well, this channel won't be an issue of creating that longer form content. And I don't think it'll be an issue because once you find me, I really do think you're going to value everything that I share. Because I still don't know what's going to happen. So, like last Saturday was a huge technical disasters that I did on my own in the computer trying to clear my Chrome browser. And all the settings got screwed. And I really felt strangled as an artist who I consider an artist when it comes to creating the content, and I considered it the labor of love doing the intimate relationship with each video. So having done 150 short-term relationships with video the past 5.5 weeks, it's now it's that just straight habit, and realizing that let's approach this almost like a game, how I like to approach things. Life is a sport. Life is a game. It's a puzzle. So let's try to figure out this puzzle, even not having any background. I didn't work at YouTube to know how it all works to go, oh, I have a great strategy for what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my end screen, and in every end screen on a short, I just learned this today, so I haven't implemented the strategy. I just learned that it's a strategy that one guy who worked for YouTube, and obviously then he knows how to make his stuff go viral or whatever. And the Mr. Beast then does this too. So when they create a new long form content, all their shorts, every single short they've done, apparently, they put that you have the option to send someone on a short to what's next. You get one pick. So I have stuff from I just think, oh, maybe they'll like this, and I put that, and oh, this is similar, and I put that. At least I'm doing that. But what they do is they create a new long form. I forget the name of the strategy. Flooding strategy? I don't remember which content creator I was watching today, but this is where I learned that today, watching content creators like you, what you have to say, and I try to derive what can learn. But what they do, all your shorts, you get that one pick. They put in that one new long form video content for all their shorts. So if you watch the short in these bigger channels, a lot of people watch the short, their next thing that they tap is that new video. So that new video gets a lot of interest, and the algorithm, I'm sure it just loved that. So give the algorithm something, a little tease, and I see that's how they're cracking the code. Well, I'm a stubborn. Did we bleep that out? I'm pretty stubborn, so I go about things I learn the hard way, like my other two channels. Shorts, it's not the way, if you ask me. I think YouTube is designed for the longer form content. So where maybe YouTube years ago was those really long content, and I still see it, like, watch a candle burning for 12 hours, and I get it. So they got people they put on their channel, and they're watching hours and hours and hours. So they, excuse me, they've figured out their recipe. This is how I celebrate when the Warriors win, by the way. 1 apple juice. Warriors won. No Steph Curry, Warriors won. But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother story, right? So they have that strategy of directing all their old shorts that people watch right into that new video to get a lot of traction on that new video. So moving forward, that's a strategy that I might start when I have that option for people to go into for a second video off of a short strategy. Again, I'll say again, but I do think the key is if you're going to have the shorts, your advertisement, that's your, hey, this is the stuff I do. Come check out what I'm doing on my channel. They get to your channel. You want to make your channel enticing enough that they'll stay and subscribe. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't go 100% public 2 weeks ago when I created this channel, because I wanted some content. Because when you see this, you're going to want to see what's in my playlist, and when I'm going through the bad days, and when I'm tired and I can barely open my eyes. So this is the day where I did have a relatively smooth day of work, and it's now 3:07 in the morning. So relatively smooth day. I think I caught you up on all the things I'm learning. My next phase is going to be, like I said, chaptering. I think I'm getting the subtitling and the language and all the end screens. I'm getting that down. I'm checking the content on both channels to make sure they operate. Occasionally watch your channel from another channel so you know how the end user is receiving what you're putting out. You might be seeing it differently through when you're looking at it through your video on your channel screen. So how are other people receiving your video? And remember, you're doing this because you love it, right? You enjoy it. This is your ticket to freedom. The sky is the limit. There's no limit to the content you can create but your imagination. So thank you for joining me. This is the DOCC number 9. I'm Evan Linden. I'm a creator with a vision. I have a dream. I have a dream just like you. It's monetization. And we're going to get there, and we're going to get there together. See you next time. See you tomorrow. DOCC number 10 coming tomorrow. Now I'm pretty confident this is going to air December 15th or 16th. So yes, for me it's November 30th. So Thanksgiving weekend, I don't know how to rule or judge. Is flow content, people watching YouTube more or less? I don't know. I've been told it's supposed to be a little slower, but I don't think so. I think YouTube is here. It's growing. It's getting bigger. It's 18 billion today. It's going to be 36 billion before we know it. So the sooner we figure it out together, the better we're all going to be. Give a like, subscribe, come back for more, and I look forward to seeing you next time.